and welcome back to this week's video. So today I thought it would be fun to do a video on my favorite plant-based food and beverages. So I have some packaged items, I have some recipes, a little bit of everything, but they are all simple and delicious. So if you are interested in seeing some of my favorite plant-based foods and drinks that I have on a day-to-day basis, then please keep watching. So I am going to sort everything into categories. So I have drinks, snacks, and then I have like actual meals. So I'm going to insert a picture of everything so you can get an idea of what it looks like, and also so you know what to look for when you're out shopping for these items. So starting off with drinks, my number one, my numero uno is water, because I have water every single morning. I have it throughout the day. I even have it sitting on my nightstand when I go to sleep, just so I have something to drink that's hydrating during the night. And usually I do wake up once or twice and I'm always super thirsty, so I make sure to have that water sitting there beside my bed every single night. So I do drink my water out of a Yeti tumbler. It's 30 ounces, so I shoot for 3 of those, so about 90 ounces per day. I don't always make it, but that is a good goal to have in mind. I know you should get at least 64 ounces, and honestly you should get even more than that every single day. And I know sometimes that's difficult, but it's easier now. For some reason I wake up and feel very dehydrated and I'm always craving water. And I don't know if that's because I'm drinking more water now. I kind of think it has something to do with it, but I always make sure to have water every single day. And sometimes I'll add lemons to it, sometimes I won't. You can even play with it and add like strawberries, mints, watermelon, blueberries, strawberries, whatever kind of fruit that you want to add to it. You can change it up, mix it up, have fun with it, just so it gives you a little bit of a different flavor every time. And then my second drink is Zevia, and these drinks are sweetened with stevia, and basically they come in several different flavors. My favorite is the cream soda, and granted I haven't tried every single flavor yet. I might do a video on that coming up, like taste testing every single flavor of the Zevia drinks, but I love the cream soda. To me it tastes exactly like a sugar sweetened cream soda, and if you are wanting a little bit of I guess carbonation to your drinks, but you don't want to have a sugar-laden soda, it's so nice to have these in your fridge. And I love drinking them with like spicy things, or like having them with a sandwich, anything like that. I love these drinks. And then my third drink is the KAYVIAN sparkling probiotic drinks, and these also come in several flavors. My 2 favorites are the lemon cayenne and the coconut, I think it's coconut mojito flavor. Let's see, I have it sitting right here actually. The lime mint coconut mojito. Yeah, so it actually looks like this. And I love these. In one bottle, these are 15.2 ounces and there's 2 servings per bottle. So every time I drink it, I don't drink the whole thing. I just drink about half of it, so 1 serving. And I find that they're super delicious, and probiotics are really important, especially as a female if you're taking antibiotics, because they kill everything. So you need to make sure to have some probiotics in your system, and I like to have them on a daily basis just because I feel like it's really important for your gut health as well. Alright, so that was it for drinks, and then moving on to snacks. My number one favorite snack is a green apple with peanut butter and unsweetened shredded coconut and vegan chocolate chips sprinkled on top. I love it. It's like, I think some people call it a healthy cookie, but I love it because the green apple is really tangy, and then you have like the crunch with the shredded coconut and the chocolate chips on top, and the creaminess with the peanut butter. And I absolutely love it. I find that it helps with my sweet craving. If I'm ever craving something sweet, I will always reach for that, because I find that that totally gets rid of my sweetness craving. So, and you can even experiment with different kinds of apples, like Gala or Honeycrisp are also 2 of my favorites. But just for this particular snack, I love Granny Smith apples. And then my second snack are these healthy oatmeal chocolate chip cookies, and this is actually a recipe from Minimalist Baker. If you don't know who that is, her name is Dana Schultz, and she makes wonderful, delicious, simple recipes. I love her, and most of them are 1 bowl recipes, which means that everything can be combined in 1 bowl, and then you're ready to go bake it, mix it up, whatever you need to do. And these have chocolate chips, coconut. I even like to add some walnuts, some chopped walnuts to it. You can play around with it if you don't like coconut. Obviously you can omit that, but I love them. They are a healthy version of a regular chocolate chip cookie, which I'm a huge cookie fan. So I find that this helps to that craving for a normal chocolate chip cookie. And then my next snack is hummus. So there's like several types, brands of hummus. Obviously the best would be to make your own, and you really shouldn't put any oil in it. But my favorite prepackaged hummus is by the brand Hope, and they have a flavor called spicy avocado, and oh my goodness, it's so good. It has a little bit of kick to it, but not too much. And then I like to dip in the Blue Diamond nut thins, which they have I don't know, 2 or 3 kinds of those. There's like my favorites are the blue box, and they have a tan box. Those are my favorites. They're really crunchy, and the fat content is a little lower than your normal cracker. And then that concludes all of my snack items. And then lastly, for food, so these are items that I will make on a weekly basis, so I will kind of rotate them, if that makes sense. So I like to have a few good recipes that I rotate throughout the week, and I find that that makes it a lot easier than having to come up with something like new meals all the time, because most people gravitate towards recipes like more than once in a week, if that makes sense. So it's nice to have a small amount of recipes that you look for rather than a whole ton to pick from. So my first recipe are bean tacos, and I like to get, they're like little mini corn tortillas. They're called little street tacos, and they're tiny, and I'll have about 4 or 5 of those. And instead of like frying them in oil, I will just bake them. So what I do is just stick them over the racks in the oven, if that makes sense. So I'll kind of like fold them over like this, so to where they bake kind of in a crunchy like shape, so you can fill them with whatever you're gonna put inside of them. So I'll bake them like that, and then I'll put a mixture of pinto beans, black beans, and then for my topping, I will mix together chopped tomatoes, usually red onions, and avocado, and sprinkle some lime juice over that, some salt and pepper, mix it up, and that will be my topping along with salsa. And I love those. They're so easy. They take about anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes. So it's fast, it's simple, it's easy, it's nutritious, and you get a lot of fiber from your beans. And then my second food is tofu fried rice. And again, this is another recipe from Minimalist Baker. I will link the 2 recipes that I have from her down below. And also you will see the picture pop up here in a second. But this has carrots in it, it has green onion, and the mixture that you make for the sauce has sriracha, has peanut butter, so it's creamy, spicy, all of these things which I love. And you can also kick up the spice or tone it down, whatever your preference is. So I also love her because she tells you like how to make it, you know, less hot, less spicy, so you can cater it to what your preferences are, which I love that. And then the next 2 items, so these are, you can have them any time of day, but normally people would have these during breakfast, but I'll have them dinner, lunch, breakfast, whenever I feel like having them. So the first one is avocado toast. So I like Dave's Killer Bread, and it's actually the thin sliced, so they're very little, they're about this size, and I will toast them, and I like my toast a little more on the crunchy side. And then I will mash up an avocado, mix some lemon juice, some salt and pepper, but lately I have been adding the Slap Your Mama. It's like a spice in a yellow little container, and it has red pepper, salt, black pepper. There might be one other thing in it, but if you haven't seen it, I will link a picture here so you know what it looks like. But it is really delicious. It's slightly spicy, but like I said, it's totally optional. You can put whatever spices that you like in your avocado mash. And then my last item is a peanut butter banana smoothie, and I think I've talked about this several times, but I love it so much, so I have to talk about it again. So the important part of a smoothie, if you're having banana in it or any kind of fruit, is to have it frozen, because that bumps up the creaminess factor, which I love a creamy, on the thicker side smoothie. So I will put 1 frozen banana, 1 to 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, depending. About 2 tablespoons is a serving, but it is quite a few calories, and it does have, you know, peanuts are very oily. So I try to only put 1 tablespoon. And then I will also add a tablespoon of flaxseed, and then a dash of vanilla and some almond milk to cover that. And that is creamy, it's delicious, but I don't add any protein powder because that's totally unnecessary, especially if you're adding your peanut butter and you have your banana in there as well. So that does conclude all of my favorites. I hope you try some of these out. Like I said, they're all simple, they're nutritious and delicious, and I rotate these items throughout the week, and I have to say I never get bored with any of them. And I highly encourage you to go check out Dana Schultz Minimalist Baker, her website, because she has several recipes. She's always coming out with more, and she also has an Instagram too, which I love following her on there because all of the pictures just make your mouth water. They look so good. So thank you all so much for watching this video, and I will see you all next week.
Babe, don't make a sound. 2 a.m. love, gotta keep it down. Don't wait around for a signal now. Give me some verb, I ain't talking now. You wanna ride in the 6, you wanna dine in the 6. But when I lean for the kiss, you said I'll probably send you some pics. And I'm like, hell no, been waiting too long. Hell no.